Okay, it happens to be Saturday afternoon, June the 8th, 2013. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Yeah. What's that, porno?
No, it's not porno. That's some material for the Chiseler's Hall of Shame.
Oh, Chiselers.
Yeah, Chiseler's Hall of Shame.
I see.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Progressive Discussions. This is Progressive Discussions, and I am your host, James P. Madonna, James Piranha Madonna, as the pro wrestling industry calls me, coming to you from the Newsletter Censored Research Center in northeastern New Jersey. And it's amazing how these weeks fly by for another very hard-hitting, very informative series of shows, because we have, when we do progressive discussions, we do them in several shows, and we break them down into specific topics that are in the title, because when you upload videos online, unfortunately, they only allow you so many characters, words, okay, in the title.
The title.
And it's not enough, so we had to break it down. But let me introduce my illustrious co-host and mentor formally into the...
What about your other friend there?
No, I'll do that.
Right.
I'll do that. Let me introduce my co-host and mentor, the voice that you hear in the background. Okay, the man who founded Newsletter Censored in 1977.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the man who shot Liberty Valance.
No.
I didn't do it.
Was that a Western movie or just a song?
No, it was a Western movie.
And then they wrote a song about it.
No, the song was the theme of the movie. Gene Pitney wrote the song long before the movie.
Well, my grandfather had this Western this paperback.
Zane Grey.
Lying around. No, it said the Oxbow Incident.
Oh, well, that was an interesting Indian thingy.
The Oxbow Incident?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anyway, let me pipe aboard with my authentic bosun's whistle. Pipe aboard our progressive liberal starship. No more pirate ship. Come on.
I was started too high. Oh my God.
He was attempting to
Star Trek theme.
to do the Star Trek theme. Well, we've been doing this for so many years. It's about time we upgrade from a pirate ship to a starship.
That's correct. Yes.
That can utilize
Start visiting all the quadrants.
that can utilize wormholes
universe, yes.
as a shortcut. As
from each quadrant.
as a more efficient way to travel compared to light. It's the speed of light, which supposedly man cannot attain and maintain safely.
And it still don't get you, where you want to go. I mean, the universe is huge.
Not only am I going to pipe aboard my co-host, but
not Johnny Depp too.
We have not Johnny Depp. We have another new addition to our lovely set here. Instead, Billy Jr., the painting, is taking a very long hiatus. We've seen enough of Billy Jr. Now we have Mr. V for Vendetta Anonymous man here, as you can see. Oh, by the way, camera person, is everything okay? Can I be seen properly? Is the camera okay? Let me know if Mr. Anonymous can be seen properly in its entirety, and me, James P. Madonna. Can I be seen?
Yeah.
At least.
And your left arm too.
Here too?
Yeah.
What about my torso?
Lift your hand up. Right there.
Oh, I can be seen here.
Yep.
And the flags in the background.
Yep.
The Jolly Roger
Yep.
and Old Glory.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm introducing my co-host. I know this is taking forever, but
It certainly is. My God, I feel like I'm walking the plank. What the hell are you taking Boteco breathing lessons or something?
Arr. Welcome aboard our progressive liberal pirate ship.
Starship!
I'm sorry, our progressive liberal starship, the one and only, the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman. How are you feeling this
What's
week?
the name of the starship? It's a
Starship,
progressive liberal, but what's the name
the
of it?
Starship Progressive Discussions. Censored.
Pegasus. Remember Pegasus from Battlestar Galactica? That was the one that...
The winged horse, the mythical... Alright, Pegasus.
Pegasus.
You want to call it Pegasus?
I don't know. It sounded good. It just came on the top of my head. Could be something else. Could be something else. Get a bottle of champagne and christen it.
What about a bottle of rum? No, we don't want to waste any rum.
That's a pirate ship.
Yeah, we don't want to waste any rum. But anyway, welcome aboard. How you feeling, sir? How are you feeling?
I'm fine.
Besides with your hands.
Oh,
Okay, let us
very funny.
do a little
Let us turn up and pee.
No, that's a different talk show.
Oh.
Now, do you know the Chinese dilute human urine with water to fertilize their crops? You know, the small farms, the family-owned farms.
Sounds good to me. I mean, urine has a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
When I did that show with
Unless you got drugs and crap.
when I did that show with Shirley Chen, you know, from Shanghai, we were supposed to talk about the pee-pee plants. We never got a chance.
How come?
Isn't that strange? The dog was barking before, but I blow the bosun's whistle and the dog doesn't bark. Isn't that strange? Anyway, Chisler's Hall of Shame. Shame on you. The popular frozen dinners, if you want to call them dinners, that are available in your toxic supermarket frozen food section. Shame on you. Lean cuisine. This one is Salisbury steak
Ugh.
with carrots and mashed potatoes, which taste like crap.
Ugh.
Says here on the box, 30% more food than our average culinary collection. 30% more food. Notice how large the Salisbury steak looks on the box. This is supposed to be 30% more food than they normally give. Well, guess what? When I opened up the box, it was about maybe 1/3, 30% of the picture. That's how small the Salisbury steak was. It was swimming in brown gravy.
Yeah, like the Hungry Man. It's all gravy.
Like Swanson Hungry Man.
Yeah.
There was predominantly more gravy, not many mushrooms either, more gravy than Salisbury steak, and God knows what the Salisbury steak was, because once you grind up meat, it could be anything.
Probably processed crap.
Yeah, the potatoes, of course, tasted like it came out of a box. I've even tasted better box potatoes. The carrots had a metallic flavor, but sour cream, wait a minute, it's saying there's sour cream and chives
In the potatoes.
in the whipped potatoes. I didn't see not one fleck of chive, and I did not taste any sour cream. So anyway, since they're telling you they're giving you 30% more, you're getting 30% more gravy because the Salisbury steak is tiny.
Yeah, what does it say after the 30% more what?
It says
Food?
30% more food than our average culinary collection. Ooh, culinary
What the hell
collection.
is in a culinary collection?
This is a culinary collection. But guess, by accident, and it says here no preservatives, like I believe that. Guess what I find on the back?
Yeah, what is GMO in there too?
I find the word Nestle's. Doesn't that sound familiar, sir?
Nestle's, my dear fellow, is one of the companies that allows its distributor of cocoa chocolate to use child labor and slavery to procure the cacao bean.
How about that? And wasn't there a very bad article about the CEO of Nestle's?
Yeah, him too.
He says that the natural resources of the earth. Oh, he said. He said. Wait a minute. The CEO of Nestle's actually said that the drinking water supplies of the planet Earth, that people, inhabitants of Earth, do not have a right to drinking water.
But Nestle's does.
But Nestle's has a right to claim what God put here.
Yeah.
This is the CEO of Nestle's, the company that owns this lean cuisine bullshit. Now, this really shocked me. Now, have any of you people out there in America ever tried a fast food or a sit down? Well, it's a cross between home cooking and fast food. You ever been to Boston Market? Anybody out there? You know Boston Market. Food is very tasty, but the portions are very tiny and the prices are kind of high. So, I mean, it's actually cheaper to go to a high-end buffet than it is to go to Boston Market. Well, guess what? Boston Market now has frozen dinners. But that's not what surprises me. What surprises me is that when I took it out, it tasted nothing like the food that you get at a Boston Market location. The potatoes did not have that home-style, creamy, rich taste like they normally do at Boston Market. Buttery flavor. They tasted like they came out of a box also, of instant flakes. The green beans and carrots tasted like they came out of a can. And this succulent turkey that you see in gravy tasted like turkey roll. It didn't even taste like, it tasted like a turkey McNugget, for God's sakes, if that exists.
Turkey roast.
It did not taste like the turkey you get at Boston Market locations. It was nothing like the food in Boston Market. And more gravy than turkey. They call it turkey breast medallions. Give it a fancy name. Fancy name for chunks of turkey.
Usually they're round.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, and of course in the back you have a picture of one of the actual Boston Market locations.
All right.
Making you think that this is Boston Market food in your frozen food section. It's crap. It tastes nothing like Boston Market. Chisler's Hall of Shame. Shame on you, Boston Market. And it's owned by, I guess this is the company that possibly owns Boston Market. It says here, manufactured for Overhill Farms Incorporated, Vernon, California, under license from Boston Market Corporation, Overhill Farms. Well, maybe that explains it. Overhill? Yeah.
It's over the hill, man.
So, where's my Irish Blackthorn Shillelagh? So, shame on you, not only Lean Cuisine owned by Nestle's Foods, but shame on you, Overhill Farms and Boston Market, for deceiving the public. So I will file these in an appropriate place.
Not something unique. Deceiving the public.
It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. So let me get to the monologue and possibly extend the Chisler's Hall of Shame. Well, okay. Starting off with a light subject, if you want to call it light. It has to do with dating today. You know, the dating scene, online dating has become much more popular now than ever before. people supposedly don't have time to go out looking for somebody, and a lot of people don't want to deal with the aggravation drama of bars and clubs, so they sign up with online dating. But what's happening is the online dating scene is more like a damn job interview and a sales job, a sales-oriented job with a quota. Some of these women, I was interviewing the person that was signed up, and these women are saying, what are your short and long-term goals? And blah, 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 and a series of questions that sound just like a job interview. And then some of them have an expectation of a man, and we're supposed to be equal to women. Like they expect the man to produce, and they expect the man to do this, and they expect the man to do that. Hey, we're all supposed to be equal. Nobody's better than anybody else, unless you're a Republican, then of course,
rich.
Or you're rich.
Yeah.
But the point is that love, romance, dating should not be a job interview, and it should not be a sales position with a quota. So, unfortunately, that's how it has become in the devil's material world, with the devil's economics. Now, getting back to Christie.
Oh,
Now, I thought the election last week, I had endorsed Democratic opponent Barbara Buono versus Chris Christie, over Chris Christie, and I thought the election was last Tuesday, but no, that was the primary. Of course, when they send the sample ballot in the mail, it did not say primary on top of the sample ballot. Incompetent idiots couldn't put primary. But anyway, nevertheless, there's more time for this campaign to commence. Chris Christie, a lot of people like his obnoxious, loud, overbearing personality. Not only people in New Jersey, but many people in other states find him very entertaining.
yeah, they think it's straight talking.
Yeah, unless they're actually citizens of New Jersey that are low income, then Chris Christie is not so funny, and not so entertaining, and
Wait a minute.
and not so cuddly.
Wait a minute. You explained about that woman.
Yeah, my mother
Thinks she's a cuddly bear.
found Chris Christie to be a big, cuddly, cute teddy bear.
See?
Yeah, more maybe
She's not questioning any of his policies.
maybe she's looking at him like he's Santa Claus or something, which is
Well, he don't give too much to the poor and women in New Jersey.
he's more like if you took the Grinch and you had him in front of a buffet 24/7. To fatten him up. But Chris Christie, we had one of our knowledge gnomes go to the Bergen County, New Jersey, Eastern New Jersey Board of Social Services, and it was about the first of the month, and what they found was, in the waiting room was mostly women with babies and toddlers, and one on the way. Okay?
Oh boy.
So they after interviewing and talking to people in the waiting room, they interviewed a couple of caseworkers, and the caseworkers said, and I quote, "Yeah, these women, they come here at the beginning of the month like clockwork. They don't miss the beginning of the month. They come here with all their kids and one on the way to chase the fathers down for child support money." Now, what the knowledge gnome told me is it's one of our spies, investigators. They said, I want to quote James P. Madonna. I want to ask you a question. If these people are low-income people, then why are they having children that they really cannot afford? Didn't the poor ever hear of contraception?
Not if it's attached to religion. Then
Yeah,
they're not taught it.
I mean, if I was in their position, I wouldn't be having all these kids, man. So unless they're trying to follow Octomom, remember her?
Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah, and
She's a porno star now.
and she's white. You can't call her, you can't stereotype Octomom.
No, you cannot.
Like
And you
Republicans.
can't, no matter what she says, you still can't figure out her motive.
I don't know.
Who the hell goes around having 8 kids? And not even being married!
I guess she can't get enough welfare with the 8 kids, so she has to go break into porn. She's got to do
Even with
porno
8
movies.
kids, you can't get enough welfare.
Could you imagine?
I mean, these people...
Could you imagine a single person? Oh, that's the next thing I want to say. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead with that.
Chris Christie, the caseworker, said that all the caseworkers, all the state employees despise Chris Christie. He has made our lives miserable. He has really been turning the screws more and more and more, and he is single-handedly responsible for poor people, unemployed, who can't find a job, that do not have children to support, single people or whatever that do not have children to support. He is single-handedly responsible for them receiving no more, not 1 penny more than $140 a month to live on in this day and age in the 21st century, 2013. Can you believe this crap? That Chris Christie expects the poor to live on $140 per month?
That's only for one meal for him.
That's his one meal. What does that amount to? $30 a week
Yeah.
to live on?
Yeah, 30, 60, 120, 35 bucks.
Yeah.
35
So
bucks.
this cuddly bastard with the entertaining personality that people think he has, this obnoxious political bully. This guy basically is telling the poor to just go to hell and die, because it's like, come on, $140 a month.
Well, you also see these idiots on Facebook. They're always putting up this thing about this mythical woman or whatever goes into Walmart with the food stamps, and she's buying steaks and this, that, and the other thing, and us poor working stiffs, we can't afford this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
In other
It's
words,
baloney.
In other words, they're exaggerating about the life of the poor on social services. Like they're getting so much money and so much food stamps, which, by the way, is being cut, I hear.
Yes, being cut. And by the way...
But they don't give you much to begin with.
Exactly. By the way, there's almost 50 million people.
I like my Mr. Anonymous.
There's 50 million people on food stamps.
How you doing, buddy? Yeah. 50
problem,
million?
Yeah. The problem is, why are they on food stamps? There should be no one on food stamps. And not because you cut them off. There should be no one, period, in America, on food stamps,
with the money,
social services, or whatever.
With the money that's wasted with subsidizing the rich with bailouts and with the
big corporations and the military.
Yeah, I was going to say, and with the money wasted...
And Homeland Security, so they can spy on us.
Like I said again, I got to start over again. With the money that's wasted on welfare for the rich, bailouts, and on the military, there should be no homeless people, including homeless veterans, people living in tents, people collecting welfare, single mothers struggling just to survive, the need to receive food stamps. Well, actually, the welfare and the food stamps come in an account, and they give you like a debit card. It's called Families First card. So anyway, there should be nobody that has to struggle in this way. With all the money wasted on the rich, that the conservative, mostly Republican, but some Democrats, we call them blue dog Democrats, they're sellout corporatist Democrats. These are the people that are giving the the middle class taxpayers' money, the middle class tax dollars, to the rich. And your American jobs are being outsourced, and I don't see the products being tariffed as they come back into the United States.
Or prevented by regulation and law from doing it in the first place.
That's another thing. Companies are deregulated by the Republicans to screw you, rob you, lie to you. Oh, by the way, did you see that very ugly photo of old turtle face Mitch McConnell on Facebook? He was making.
I believe I shared it.
He was making the most horrible. I should take that photo and crop it and enlarge it to show you just what a miserable face that this ugly turtle-faced, greedy, stingy bastard right-winger has. Him and all of the bloated toads of the Republican Party with their jowls and their double chins and triple chins flopping in the breeze. They are a miserable lot.
Well, they're eating up all of the social services money.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget
on their fine steaks at Domenico. What's the name of that restaurant over there, where the lobbyists used to take
I don't know
people or something? I think it's
Roots Chris Steakhouse.
No, more than higher than that.
More expensive than that. I've seen the prices with Ruth's Chris.
I think they're like $140 for a steak.
Come on, give me a break. They're living high on the hog.
The trough. They're pigging out on the trough. Okay.
But heaven forbid a poor family should get food stamps. According to Republicans, heaven forbid that should happen.
Lazy people. Lazy.
Lazy.
Yeah, lazy people.
Lazy.
That's lazy.
Lazy, yeah.
The poor are lazy.
Not the rich. The rich are not lazy.
Now, if you'll read my new article, of the people, by the people, for the people,